Cruz pro debut versus Burgos. And Burgos been beat 8 times, challenged for a title 3 times, and nobody has ever stopped Juan Carlos Burgos. I've seen him fight a couple times. Didn't get stopped by Devin. Didn't get stopped by Mikey Garcia. Didn't get stopped by Keyshawn Davis. So I got an up-close personal look at Andy Cruz debut Saturday night. Ring walk was fire. I mean, you had 2 of the best ring walks this year between Alicia Bumgardner, Sada Baby, and Andy Cruz and whoever that was. I didn't know who he was, but I was sitting right by him too, by the whole, Cuban section that he had. And I was impressed. I was impressed. My dog on the street. I was impressed. In the beginning, you can kind of tell he was just, and it was a 10-rounder too for international belt. You could tell in the beginning he was, he was a little nervous. But I tell you, like in the second or third round, he started backing up Burgos, and that don't really happen that too easily with Mexicans. That don't happen too easy with Mexicans. At all. So that was a problem, in my opinion. He just started bagging them up. He started doing what he doing, picking them off. He did what he wanted to do. Sold some sauce. I think the crowd liked the sauce that he was bringing. Showed that he could be slick. Showed some patience. He was styling on Burgos. It took his time. And that's kind of the thing with the Cubans. You think in the amateurs where you got 3 rounds and, to get it done, that they'd be a little bit more proactive. They like kind of fighting at their own pace. They very patient, very hesitant, very calculated. There ain't too many aggressive Cuban fighters out there. That's like, and for them to get aggressive, you got to do kind of like what Alfredo Angulo did to Lara. He put Lara in grave danger. And then Lara started blowing fire and then had to get him out of there. So sometimes you got to push them. Yeah, sometimes you got to push them Cubans. For sure. Sometimes you got to push them. Sometimes you got to push them, and then they'll really start, like, they're going to survival mode and they'll start blowing fire. So the uphill battle with him, even though he did great in his pro debut for international IBF title versus Burgos, and Keyshawn got him out of Keyshawn only went 8, he went to full 8. The only thing about Cruz that he gonna have this uphill battle, and I like him going to Philadelphia and training with Bonzi. I had a minute just to speak with Bonzi, and my phone wasn't recording, so I missed that one. But the only issue is just gonna get him to be more aggressive and sit on his shots. That's the only issue. But his conditioning was pretty good in the 10-rounder. But that's the only uphill battle he got. And that's all Cuba's uphill battle is just the American judges don't favor that amateur style, and rightfully so. You gotta understand they like to enjoy the come forward style. That's what they scoring on. And he came forward and started pushing Burgos back, and he very slippery. But he gonna have to be more aggressive. They real laid back, patient fighters. He just gonna have to be more aggressive, and they gonna have to get him to rip shit. You know what I'm saying? They gonna have to get him to rip shit to the body. Oh, what the hell that was? They gonna have to get him to rip shit. and mix in those touching punches. So if they get him to be more aggressive and punch through the target and sit down a bit, and then him keep a little bit of that movement, it's gonna go a long way. But he did take the play away from Burgos. Like at the second, third round, he started pushing him back and putting it on him. And now can we get him to step up the volume? Can we get him to change the speeds with some harder shots? You know what I'm saying? Can we get him to be more aggressive and be more proactive and throw more value? That's going to be the key. If they can get him to throw more value and be more aggressive and sit down a bit more, he might nobody be able to fade him. That's it. But obviously he had enough power and enough movement. We knew that coming in to keep Burgos at bay. Now, it would have been impressive to see him knock out Juan Burgos. Yeah, but nobody's done that. Let alone, this dude got a bunch of fights, and this your first professional fight, and it's a 10-rounder. But he went to the body, he went upstairs. He took his time, and necessarily, usually, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But at some point you got to be able to step it up, because the American judges, and international judges, and professionals just don't favor that. So he gonna have to learn to step up the volume, step up the aggression, and I think he can do it. But when you talking about talent, he got the sauce for sure. He definitely saucy. And I say, he gonna beat Keyshawn in the pros. Right now, they on two different trajectories. Keyshawn got a bunch of fights. This is his first one, even though when Keyshawn fought Burgos last, it went 8. He was an 8-rounder. And he doing 10. But right now, that don't make no sense to throw the two peas in the pot together. What financial sense do it make? They both probably gonna be world champions. 135 getting real spicy, and then it make businesses down the road. Ruiz got a lot to learn. Keyshawn got a lot to learn. And Ruiz lost his last amateur fight too, to a dude from the Netherlands, according to BoxRec. But I definitely was impressed, I must say. He lived up to my expectations, maybe exceeded them a little bit. But very, very, very talented, slick fighter. You could tell Bonzi didn't already put his Philadelphia imprint on him, because he wasn't moving as much as you seen him moving the amateurs. So, yeah, he wasn't moving as much as you seen him moving the amateurs. You can start to see slowly his style started to change. He's sitting down more, a little bit more, not moving as much. And then you in a 10-rounder, you can't move like you move in a 3-rounder in the amateurs. He know that, we know that, Bonzi know that, the whole nine. I was hoping Boots was gonna be there, but he wasn't there, not for what I seen. I think his brother and his dad, obviously his daddy was there. But yeah, Ruiz definitely probably gonna be world champion. As long as they don't keep stepping it up too fast. But I'd like to see him fight Joseph Diaz next. That's a good fight. Maybe step up too soon, maybe not. But I'm pretty sure they want to give him a world title by 10 fights. So he should be hopping on every show that he can. Didn't suffer a lot of punishment last night. It's a crazy place that, one day it might be boxing trivia. Where did he make his professional debut? And it was in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But yeah, that's what it is, bro. But I was impressed. And Bonzi kind of already putting his imprint on it. I know a lot of people already seeing Derek put his imprint on Ryan Garcia. You know, go check out my Tony Harrison interview. He talked about that interview, and I'm gonna chop some of that shit up into some shorts pretty soon. Cause I could have got longer with Tony than I did. But that was long enough. You know, he answered all the questions I wanted to know. And shout out to Danny from the Boxing Voice too. He was the one first interviewing him at first and shit. So appreciate. I mean, I hope he ain't one man. I jumped in the interview, but I had some good questions though. But yeah, Danny from the Boxing Voice real cool, bro. So shout out to the Boxing Voice, for sure. But yeah, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. It's supposed to rain today. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal in the description. Check out the Friday Reaction playlist for more videos like this. Don't forget to check my new channel out, Free Game 89. Links in the description, links in the link tree as well too, please.